Alright, we have arrived in Bryce Canyon, and taking a look at the maps, you can't park at the visitor center. Visitor center is only an hour parking, so we'll have to find some other place to park. With the America the Beautiful parking pass, or not parking pass, but pass, you pay $80 and you can get into any national park. So don't, like, if you're just going to one park, but like if you have to drive through the parks, you essentially have to pay the fee. So it's definitely worth that. Ow. That's pretty awesome.
Trails. Oh. And it's just like kind of like. I'm sure we have all that.
Wow. This is pretty awesome. Very, very pretty view.
It like pinpoints where you are and then kind of tells you which way to go.
And just starting now too. Does smell like some donkey poo. The note is that it's significantly cooler here than it is back in Springdale. Springdale's it's supposed to be like 80, and here it is currently 60 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'm gonna be a bit chilly on this, I think, but hopefully the sun comes out and we get some sun, sunscreened up. Make sure you protect yourself. But yeah, here we go. I think the Queen's Trail is somewhere over there. Heading up to the Queen's Trail. Looks like it meets up at Sunrise Point, which I guess that's where the sun rises. That should be east. I guess to talk a little bit about the area, it's pretty interesting. There's like bike rides, lizard, trails everywhere, for like paved trails for bikers all the way up here. So once we entered sort of the canyon area, not even the visitor center, we saw a bunch of places where people can bike, and that's super cool. But we'll see what this is all about. You can almost just drive here and see the view without even hiking anything. So that's also pretty cool. We'll see what this Sunrise Point is all about. Down. This is cool. Very, very cool. Didn't even have to do much to get here first. So that's nice. Does this also mean we're gonna have to come up this?
At the end.
At the end? Oh, that's wonderful.
Well, these people are ending going up, so I think it's definitely no matter what.
Yeah, I got you. Thoughts on it thus far? Looks pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's crazy. I think I already like this better than Zion.
That's terrifying.
Yeah. The video won't capture how, like, close to death that is. It's actually raining quite a bit here. I think something that I do like about this, and I think we're doing a 6 mile, like a couple loops of different trails, but there's less people here than in Zion, so that's nice. And there are quite a few people here, but just less than there were in Zion, so that makes it feel a lot better, and a lot of just silence with wind noise, so I like that. Through the tunnel. Oh, look at that. See the people straight out there.
Germany gets. Oh, I think that's.
What's your number? I don't know. Can't figure out.
Break time. We're like 2 miles into it. How do you feel about the trail so far?
It's a lot of down.
Yeah, the start is all down, basically. I think we're still descending too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I guess on the way back is going to suck really bad. So trying to conserve as much water as possible for that trip up. But we got the Chex Mix, of course. Yes. For the river.
You know what hoodoos look like?
Hooties?
Hoodoos.
Hoodoos.
They look like what happens when you take wet sand
Yeah.
and you drip it up.
Oh
You ever
yeah.
done that?
Yeah.
And
Especially
you
with
create
like
those little towers.
yeah, especially with like the sandcastles.
Yeah.
Wall Street Trail is closed. Sad to say. But continuing onto the Peekaboo Trail. But we're still going downwards. I don't think we've really ascended at all, so very small ascent, yeah. So I feel like the second portion of this, which we're 2.21 miles in, is gonna be pretty gnarly. Peekaboo. I think we're going up now. So left, because we want to see a better view of the wall of windows.
So the loop will start off almost immediately with a steep incline for the first half mile until you reach the Peekaboo Arch. At 3.4 miles into the hike, you reach the wall of windows.
All right, let's go. That's been like, we're at 269 elevation gain. And all of that has been in this basically one hill.
Whew.
We got Switchback City here. Came out here to see the hoodoos up close and personal. Sensitive plant. We have entered the wall of windows.
I think so. I think that's that arch. Peekaboo Arch.
The Peekaboo Arch right there. Wall of windows here. Yeah, this is awesome. I like this very much so. I will not complain about this view. And there's a lot less people out here too, so that's also nice. Hopefully the audio is now at a better place, but yeah, check this out.
On the hillside.
Wildflowers for days. 3.7 miles into it, and 565 feet climbs. So it's going up and down now, but I know I have a lovely piece of dust stuck in the sensor now, so that's wonderful. I'm gonna see, maybe I'll make a tutorial video on how to do that for the A7 IV. So not so great in video, but can obviously Photoshop it out if I need to, but not in a video. All right, let's continue to mush on. Utah is no place for a full frame camera. Winds, so dusty, not great. Hopefully we're able to clean this buddy off, but we will see. Still pretty far away from the finish, so gonna keep working. at 577 feet elevation, so still quite a bit more. Oh yeah, gotta love that noise. Got a little stream here. Very, very little. Check this out. Wonder where that's coming from. This looks familiar. Dusty. Really dusty. Whoa. I think these can be called the switchbacks of death. What do you think, Caroline? Whew. Give you a burst of energy. Oh boy. Let's not slide down and fall. Is that where we have to go? Up there? I think we might have entered. I don't know. This trail confuses me. We are going to hit up the Navajo Loop, trying to get back as quickly as possible in the shortest amount of distance. Currently, we are at 5.45 miles and 942 feet of elevation, so not too bad on the elevation point, but it's a pretty long hike thus far. Lots of up and down, not a lot of flatness. Last bit, Navajo Trail. Too soon on that?
Yeah.
What's that?
It's gonna be funny when I turn this corner and there's like 15 more switchbacks. Oh, there's still more. See?
Whew. Well, would it have been that bad if it if your feet didn't hurt?
No. I think I need hiking boots that are a size bigger to accommodate the ankle braces. I think that's why everything's getting so squished.
Yeah.
And everything's just rubbing and it hurts. I think if we had a lunch, things would have been better.
Yeah.
But we didn't know how long this was going to take us.
The moral of the story is to bring lunch whenever we go hiking. Always.
This is going to be 7 when we're done. I think this is the longest hike we've ever done together.
Is it?
I think.
Longest one?
This is longer, I think, than the Rocky Mountain one.
Oh, nice. Sunrise Point. All right. This is the 7-mile mark, Caroline. 7 miles.
What is this?
shortcut. So, yeah, overall the trail again, pretty not crowded. I mean, there are people there because it's a national park, but in general, I think it was less than what we've seen since we've been in Utah, which is good. And yeah, it was pretty tough. I think 7 miles, 1,470 elevation. That's total gain. And yeah, if it wasn't for our feet, I think we'd be probably okay, and we'd be perfectly fine if we had some food and some feet. But yeah, we'll head back into town, get some food. Souvenirs, yeah. And then...
Can't not get Bryce souvenirs.
Yeah.
Bryce, come on.
And then, yeah, that's all. That is all. I guess another thing to note, Dusty is... Yes. What did you think about that hike?
I feel like if we made some modifications to our plan, it would have been good. I don't think I would recommend doing it after you did a long hike the day before.
Yeah, if you're like sore or your feet are hurting to any degree, maybe pass on it, but...
Because it's a lot of just up and down and up and down and up and down.
Yeah.
So if that's going to bother your feet, put a day of rest in between long hikes. I think that might have helped us. If we had food.
But what did you think about the scenery, different things like
It's
that?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I understand why, like, people say if you have one day to spend in Bryce, like, that's the way to see basically the whole thing.
Yeah, that was the figure 8 trail that we did, or figure 8. And then we went through the Queen's Bath, is what it was called? Queen's Garden. And then Peekaboo Trail.
Which is a loop. And then we were supposed to come up a different trail, but it was closed, so we came up the Navajo.
Yes, the Navajo, because the one with the W was closed, and they're doing maintenance on it, yeah. All right, cool. Anyways, I'm tired, so I'm not going to record anymore. So we'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Ha ha ha, the dust is gone. It's no longer there. I can see it in the camera. So I'll make a video about that too. It's pretty easy to open up the sensor so that you can actually manually clean it. But yeah, we finished up eating at Sea Stop Pizza. And yeah, it was pretty good. It was kind of like a Pizza Hut pizza, but it was a little bit better than that in that it wasn't greasy as all hell. So yeah, we did that, and I just want to talk a little bit more about Bryce Canyon. And I think overall it was a great experience. I think some of the trails you can actually run on. They might be really tough going up, and might be a little bit dangerous going down, but yeah, in general the path is pretty good to do some running on. And also I talked about some of the bike lanes that they had throughout the entire park, which is super cool. They also have like off-roading ATV lanes too around the park. There's kind of like a little mini city or mini village outside of the actual Bryce Canyon portion, and then you get into the park and it kind of looks like a typical national park. But yeah, I say overall today was really good. Did get through a tough hike. My feet are pretty roughed up, and yeah, dinner was pretty good, and the drive back was a couple hours, so not too bad. But I think it takes like 30 minutes when you get into Zion to actually get from the top portion of it to the bottom. So you sort of always have to allot for that 30 minutes because it's just sort of switchbacks back and forth. And if you have a car in front of you, you go quite slow. And then if you have an RV in there, then you go even slower because you have to wait for them to go through the tunnel. So yeah, with that said, thank you all for watching. We'll see you in the next video.